Welcome to my daily practice at Wendy Coad Art. If you find this video interesting or helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel and liking the video.
Hi, my name is Wendy and I'm an artist. I've been an artist my whole life and I am excited to invite you into my studio and show you my art practice. I paint every day and I do acrylic on paper. I also do stencils. I draw. I organize my studio space. I do a lot of things. For me, art is about problem solving, so there's always little tricks and tools that I can share with you along the way. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today, I am looking at the results of a little experimentation that I did yesterday, and I like it. Yeah, go bold or go home, I guess. I'm referring to the bullseyes, which I'm not I mean, it would never have occurred to me to wake up and go bullseye today in the studio. I'm going to paint them. Um, Although I got started with a brush and I put three colors on and I swirled the brush around, and I remember doing that on other occasions in the past. And then I thought, well, what would it be like if I loaded my squeegee and did it? And this is the result. And so, of course, I resisted the urge to do this on every painting, but I'm weak and the urge is strong. And I don't know what I'm going to do. Um, I I am tempted to try a couple on the map paper, but I don't know what to say except that I like it, and but it's such an iconic shape, image, logo that it just carries a lot of baggage for me. And so I'll see how I manage the rest of the day, either resisting or giving in to the impulse. Um, I don't think it's necessary to practice more on these because they're pretty close to being done, if not done. Still a little, I've got, it's about 50-50, not really, it's about 60-40 figure ground. The ground is, well, probably more 50-50. And that's balance, but balance can sometimes be not what you want exactly. You want it to be a little bit off. So I'll have to, and there's 100 other things, 100 other items that go through my mind subconsciously. I have to say that doesn't always come into my brain to express out loud. Plenty does, but I'm always surprised after, finishing a shoot or, um, you know, waiting a little bit of time and thinking, wow, I all these other things were happening and I really didn't mention any of those. So I do my best, and the bottom line is that the job gets done. So I'm just gazing at the back wall here, where I may or may not do a bullseye. Oh, I'm probably just going to do the first thing that I do today is that. I'm bracing for it because I think it's coming. And I did a little work on these. I just added one color shape, which I think worked. I mean, they're quiet. I mean, they're relatively quiet. Maybe I've achieved what my goal is, relative quiet or serenity or peace in relative chaos. I think that's a metaphor for our modern times. And so, well, let's just get to work here. And yes, the first thing that I'm going to do is a couple of big bullseyes on these, because I just want to see how it looks. I want to see what happens. And ideally, when the book is put back together, the bullseye will be a semicircle, because there'll be an opposing page. You know, I'm not planning this out. I am just going with the flow. So it could happen that I miscalculate, but it would not be so bad if they were, the bullseye was completed in the book, in the atlas, and they were just different colors, different teams, so to speak. And I could certainly do a little bit of that bull's eyeing on the smaller panels. So, but this is kind of like a, you know, fun thing, and it can definitely be overdone. So let's see where we can go. Hopefully somewhere in the middle, not too much, not too little, just right. I mean, I fully expect this to overwhelm the map. Let's see, I'll put a little light on the edge, and I'm going to use the pastel colors because I'm testing, because I can always do more. All right, this would be interesting. Oh, this is almost too... That's not bad. I wasn't sure the colors were going to stay. Quite subtle. I like those. I like the subtlety. I might try this on one of these, like side, as opposed to dead center. Yeah, I usually do something like this when there's an area that I feel needs something, and I can't find an area on those right now. They might be done. Oh, here, I can certainly do it over here. Now, this is way more subtle than the very intense saturated colors. And so, yeah, this area down here has always kind of bothered me. So let's do that here. See what it's like with an overlap. And I'm not making a perfect circle, which I also like. Well, needs work, but it certainly does something that, that wasn't there, kind of perks it up, I think. All right. So I noticed that the colors on one half were pretty much exhausted, and on the other half, not so much. So that would create a smaller disc, and And that kind of worked. Huh. My circle phase. It could happen. And, well, there's almost nothing left here, so I'm just going to go for broke. Yeah, almost nothing left there. Okay, let's see what's on the other side. Already got a semicircle. I'm just looking in the camera here, which makes, of course, the larger area much smaller because I'm looking through the, the camera window. And I'll tell you, that circle stands out. It is quite a design element. And so let's keep going. Now I'm going to reduce the size of the circle. And in order to make sure that that happens, I am going to reduce the size of the squeegee. This, I use dustbins, I cut the handle off. And I know, but it's cheap. I can, I can just walk down the street to the dollar store and buy them. I don't have to have them shipped or, go all the way out somewhere to get my supplies. So it works. It just works. I'm happy with that. Let's try. That fluorescent was kind of cool, but I want, I'm going to go with the pink. Ooh. Don't tell anyone I'm doing this. Oh, I'm losing paint here. I got to get going. Turquoise, yes. Turquoise, that'll match some of the other turquoise. And I want one more color. It's going to have to be a green. Oh, I'm going to go with chromium. Chromium light. It's the Kelly green. Well, no, it's not, but close to it. Okay, so let me see where to start here. Okay, so this is not a good squeegee to use, but it is because it's it's clunky and funky, and so I'm getting away from the the bullseye aspect. I'm kind of wasting paint, but I mean that's not an issue. Let's see what happens over here. So I'm getting semicircles as opposed to complete circles, which is fine. I mean, that is great. I'm tempted to do one in the center of this, but well, I don't know. I won't know until I do it. So here's me doing it. I won't know if it looks really, too much of a setup. Oh, and I can't really get much traction from this squeegee. And I don't like the overlay on the paint that's below it. I'm just going to try and take that off. Before it really sets in. Yeah, that's okay. It's oddly satisfying, or satisfyingly odd. All right, this was the wrong squeegee. It's not giving me, the pressure that I need. I usually work from the other side with this squeegee, so I don't even know if I'm going to get any more paint off it. Oh, a little bit. Not bad. I kind of have to wiggle it. How easy would it be to make this a Q? Just add a little tail there, but I'm not doing it. All right, well. But it's not bad. It's taken me out of the sameness of, a lot of what I've been doing, which I don't have a problem with. I mean, some artists do the same thing for their entire career. That's the demand of the industry sometimes. Or sometimes, they've just got a good thing and they love to do it and they're just going to keep doing it. I've really kind of moved around a bit because I like to explore and experiment, and I haven't had all the pressures to conform. Although a lot of pressure to conform comes from within. So there's no good or bad. It's just, which way it goes. And so I think I'm going to let things percolate now. So I'm so happy that you are joining me today, and maybe other days too. I'll take you through my day-to-day as an artist, and I look forward to seeing you on the next tape. Thanks for being here.